Yo, what is up, my dudes? We're back at it again with another video. And in this video, we're gonna be working on this Miata again. We've got some exhaust things to do to it. He has a drone issue. Yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it. So this is 94 Mazda Miata. We did the coolant reroute and the radiator install on this. But as you can see, this big 4-inch tip muffler exhaust is it's pretty large. But it's got a drone issue. I'm pretty sure the muffler and the resonator are both just like there's nothing in them, because when you floor it, you kind of hear like a ting noise, like a resonance ting noise in the muffler. It's kind of weird. Yeah, we're gonna get cracking on this thing. We're gonna get a new header and everything into this car. So he picked up a X-Force performance header. I've never heard of them, but in the realm of Miata, maybe you guys have heard of them. We also have a Vibrant 2 1/4 inch resonator. I'm pretty sure the exhaust is 2 1/4. I'm hoping it is because that's what I measured. So, and a 2 1/4 inch flat black stealth muffler with a, I think it's 3-inch out. So the tip is going to be 3-inch. I have to make a tip because where the muffler is going to route, it doesn't come out of the bumper all the way. So I'm going to have to make a tip, which is not a big deal. I can do that. So, but yeah, we got some Vibrant parts going into this thing. I'm hoping this thing sounds really fucking good because we're trying to quiet it down and trying to take away some of the drone. So I'm gonna give you guys a cold start. I'll probably have all this stuff at the end of the video though. We'll get the work done and then I'll show you the comparison of the before and after. We'll see how it goes. All right, we got some sound clips. I don't know if I'm gonna throw them in before this or after to do a comparison, maybe both. We'll see. Car's running great, and it's hard to pick up through the camera. It is to the drone, but like right around 3,000, whether you're on the gas or off the gas, it's just very deep, which is good, but the deepness it just vibrates everything. And that's where the car sits on the highway at like 62 miles an hour or so on the speedo. It's like 3,000 RPM. And I just got back from driving the car and my ears are still ringing. So we're gonna try and get this dialed, get this out of here. I'm gonna open this header real quick, this X-Force. see what all it comes with, because we may have to buy a flange to connect the header to the exhaust and then weld it on the exhaust. We don't have new piping. I'm just going to reuse whatever is on there for the sake of efficiency, and hopefully it's not super rusty and we can weld it. So yeah, I am going to open this header real quick and see what it looks like. Well, damn! This thing looks really nice. Sheesh! X-Force, baby! Wow, that actually looks pretty good. I mean, I don't weld stainless. The welds don't look that great, but I don't think they're gonna break. I think it's gonna hold. It feels pretty light. My only concern at the moment is that our oxygen sensor fits because it's not very long. So, I guess we'll see. The way that it looks, it might, and we might have to move this or something maybe, but we'll see. As far as the exhaust gas recirculation, I did make the block off for the last one so I could throw some high temp paint on it, or I could take this one, cut it, and weld it so it's cleaner. Not really sure. I might just throw some high temp paint on the other one because it's already made, it doesn't leak. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing in the air so that we can start. Oh, let me show you the resonator and the muffler as well. All right, so here it is, all the pieces that we need. The resonator, I am worried that we may have some ground clearance issues with this because of just how thick it is. But this is the one I wanted to use, so if we do have issues, it's my fault. But I think we can fit it, and if we might have issues with ground clearance, I'll try and move it to a different section where it's out of the way of touching anything. We also have this Vibrant flat black stealth box. The only thing I will be doing to this modification wise is making this tip out the bumper. So where the muffler mounts on the stock location is right here. So I'm gonna try and have it in the same location and then have the tip come around and come out. It's not gonna be a 4-inch tip. It's gonna be a 3-inch because that's what this is. So, but yeah, man. X-Force header, Vibrant flat black stealth muffler, and the Vibrant ultra quiet resonator. 2 1/4 inch. And yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it, bro. I can't wait. So I'm gonna get this thing in the air. Wait till it cools down because I just had it running, and start pulling stuff off. I think I'm gonna have to cut the exhaust before the manifold or right after the manifold to get it off, because when we did the head swap, I could not get the bolts from the header to the downpipe off. And so yeah, I'm gonna have to just cut it, which is okay because this is a lot longer and will feed all the way down in. Hopefully we can get this bitch on without having to do anything crazy with lifting the car mad high. I am gonna put it on all fours though, so I can be underneath. So I'm gonna do that real quick and we'll catch you back up. All right, I'm gonna slide under here and show you guys what we're working with and what we probably will have to do. So this muffler will be replaced with the Vibrant unit. I'm pretty sure it'll fit. I might have to take some set out of this section right here. Sorry that this light is really bright. Further down, I don't know what this is here, this hanger situation. Not fucking sure at all. But I want to try and fix that. And as far as a flange, I believe the header that we have will mate up with this section of the exhaust right here. So I'm gonna start unbolting things. That sounds empty. And the muffler, that sounds a little empty too. So I'm gonna start unbolting and taking all this stuff down, and then we will start trying to fit the header. From there, we can kind of put the exhaust back up and see what we need to take out and stuff like that. So, all right, so I'm taking this off and I'm looking at it, and either I goofed or he goofed. I thought it was 2 1/4, or maybe I thought it was 2 1/2, and I told him 2 1/4, or he heard 2 1/4. But the exhaust, the actual piping diameter is 2 1/2, and The outlet of the header is 2 1/4, which is okay because the flange will mate up with the rest of the exhaust, but the diameter of the resonator and the muffler inlet is 2 1/4, and the piping on the car is 2 1/2. So it's NA 2 1/2 will just make it louder. It's not going to make it have more horsepower because it's not like a high revving motor where it needs that extra flow. So essentially, I think I could get it to work. I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to Ian real quick and see what's up. All right, we've got the header off, we've got the exhaust off, we got the muffler off, and we have the resonator off. So our dilemma is this: the O2 sensor is further down the stream, so I have to make sure that we can plug that in. Second of all, either I messed up or Ian accidentally ordered the wrong size, but this is 2 1/2 inch piping, and the stuff we ordered is 2 1/4. So I'm still waiting on for him to let me know what to do, because I could just send it and weld it. It might look shitty because of the size difference, or I can use step downs or step ups or step downs, either way, and get it to work. Or we could order the right stuff and get it in here and get it on the car. So it's a waiting game now. Well, while we wait, let's try and fit this new manifold, huh? Huh. Hopefully we don't have to lift the motor or anything. Huh. Alright, you guys saw that I was fighting with it. I did get the manifold in. What I had to do was, there's 3 bolts on that engine mount down there. I loosened them and jacked the motor up, and then I was able to push the motor that way and finagle the header down inside. It's a little bit of a tight fit. As you can see, there's not very much clearance down there, and when you have it on, you can turn it like this, so I have it like tilted a little bit like this so that it gains more clearance down there. But it looks good. I just wiped it down with some acetone because there was some stuff on it, and I mean, that looks good. Like I like the way that looks, and I think Ian will like that too. As far as the exhaust, he said just send it. So what that means is we're going to use some reducers, reduce the pipe down to the 2 1/4 for the resonator and the muffler, and go from there, you know. So we're going to start from the front back. We're going to bolt this up, this section, because this is, we have to find out exactly where this wants to be so that we can put the new resonator in place. So we'll bolt that up to the header, find out where it wants to be, mark our lines so we can make cuts, put the resonator where it needs to be. It's about the same length and width, so it should fit good. After we have that on, this piece will be untouched, so that'll just go back on and bolt right up. And this had a bunch of zip ties on it, so I'm thinking this hanger, rubber hanger piece is garbage, so I'm gonna replace this. And this is an ISR exhaust. Miata, Nissan guys know about ISR or whatever that is. So that'll go back on, and then we'll bolt this up. Honestly, I'll probably cut it right in here, get the reducer on it, muffler, and then from here I'll have to make a pipe to extend out to the tip, so that and I think I might even make a turn down for him just to make it look a little pretty. So we're gonna get this together, man. Header's on. I'm gonna recheck clearance again. I just took the block off that we made for the factory header and put some ceramic coating on it so it won't stand out being all brown and rusty, but I did sand it down so it was kind of clean. So I'm gonna put that on there. It's still gonna look a little weird just being bright silver. Put that on there, tighten it up, and then we can start working with the rest of the exhaust. Real quick, I did have worries that the O2 sensor wouldn't reach, and it just barely reaches, but I did have to pull back the harness here, separate the O2 wiring from the cam angle position sensor and get them. I put loom on them, I taped them up, everything is pretty good. Plugged everything back in, so they are separate now, so that this has a little bit more length, just a little bit, but enough to get to the sensor, and it's all good. All right, real quick, I need to make sure that this doesn't leak because it's very hard to tighten. There's not very much room to get a ratchet in there from any position, so I'm gonna start it. It is open header, so we'll get a little start. I'm just gonna try and make sure that it's not leaking. So. Okay, no leak. Alright guys, I've been steady working on this thing. Turned out to be just a little bit of a pain because of how this exhaust routes itself. And I'm trying to get it the best fitment possible. So I already did welds and stuff. I got the resonator in. So this is the resonator. I got the flanges. I had to keep cutting. And they're not like pie cut or anything, but they definitely fit up and it should work. These welds look pretty good. I brushed them so they look better. But on the top here and on the top here there was a slight gap because I'm just trying to work with what's already there and follow the natural lines of how the exhaust comes. So I tried to position this as high as possible. As you can see, the header goes up and then the resonator, and then it comes back down to the exhaust. So I'm gonna get this bolted up. I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna see if it sounds any bit quieter because that other resonator wasn't doing anything. And then we can pull the muffler portion down and hack it out. And you know what I'm saying, get to fitting this thing up, because we're literally just got to do the muffler, and then we can get and then we're finished. So I know that I'm not showing you guys a whole bunch of work, but you know, I mean, I'm just trying to get shit done, honestly. And this was just time consuming as hell. So okay, so all right, so got the resonator installed. It is a little bit lower than the rest of the car. Hopefully it doesn't cause an issue because of just the style of resonator that it is. I believe the other resonator was a thing that touched as well. It was a little bit higher. I tried to do my best, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't touch anything, but I'm gonna do a quick startup just with the resonator installed and see if it sounds different. Actually a lot quieter, a lot. I'm not gonna let it warm up all the way, but I do just want to just tap the revs a little and see what it sounds like. It's still loud, but it is quieter, and the drone is probably gone. But we're gonna go ahead and turn this off and change this muffler. Okay, muffler's off. Give you a demonstration of how it sounds. So, muffler's off. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is hopefully, probably going to have to use these and either adjust them onto here, weld them, cut them off, weld them. Try to just cut them off together. That way I can just go pink. But we're gonna cut here. Use a reducer, because that's what Ian said he'd be cool with doing. Use a reducer from this down to the 2 1/4, and then all we have to do is either cut the tip that on there and then turn it, because then we can literally just turn it turn it out and come out of the back end there. I think I might have enough 3-inch piping. I'm not sure, because I used some for the down pipe on Carlos's car. So I'm gonna cut this real quick. I'm gonna put the reducer on it, see how it looks, try to get it not too much wider than what it is currently, because I would like for it to try and come out in the same position like that one does. Dude, this is a fucking flamethrower, bro. Like, it's so fucking huge. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, and we'll catch back up and see what it looks like. It won't be finished. We're gonna mock it up real quick, and then yeah, go from there. So originally this, because I got the end of the mufflers lined up basically. Now from the end of here, from here to the end of there is 2 5/8 inches, right? So mark up 2 5/8 from the end of here. We're looking at, we got to put it right here, which leaves left about 1 inch. So I'm going to take 1 inch off of this, and then we can shorten this piece, the adapter, so that it only comes to the edge, because I don't want it going inside, because I don't make the diameter even smaller. But I'm going to trim it to wherever we need 2 5/8 inches. And then this basically fits inside here just about, and I'll be able to put that in. Boop, bada boom, bada bang. And then yeah, so I'm gonna cut out 1 inch off of this, find where 2 5/8 is, and send her, bud. And then we got to work on removing these hangers, putting it on there, and then making the end piece. All right, so now I got to 2 5/8 about. Now I just need to figure out the configuration of where the flange is going to be tilted to keep the muffler like flat up, I guess, that way. And then once I have it set where it's going to be, I can tack it, take it off, weld it. Once it's welded, I can cut the tip and start doing that, and then find out where exactly the hanger wants to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, find out where in rotation where it wants to be, and tack it in place. Okay, so that's welded. The welds look nice. They're very even. My MIG's getting better. It's not perfect, obviously, but it's getting better. So the way that this was routed, it has a little bit of an angle to made up with the coupler, but this is basically flat. And then once this cools down, I'm gonna put it on the car and see where the hanger's gonna go, and get an eyeball for where the tip's gonna come out. Okay guys, so I still have to cut the muffler tip yet, and then we're gonna get some pieces to pie it over, but I need a piece to extend the tip out now. But I did cut the hanger off the old muffler. I do need to sand it a little bit to make it fit the curves of the muffler a little bit better. But I marked out a section of the top of the muffler where I'm going to take paint off, and that way we can weld and it'll weld clean. So I'm gonna pull this off, show you guys. I need to sand it a little bit, the hanger portion, and then we can get to putting this thing on and getting the tip on. Tonight I may only get the tip to about here, and then I just need to extend it and maybe do a turn down or something cool. But I don't have enough piping at the moment, so yeah. So I'm gonna get this thing pulled down, take the paint off, get the hanger sanded a little bit to fit the conformity of a little bit, and yeah, should be good. All right, sweet. So listen, check it. I got the hanger sanded a little bit better, so that when it sits on here, it kind of sits flat. And then when I hang it, I'll tack it, and then I'll finish welding it. Cleared some space off here so I could weld. I cut a slant, a pie basically, in the end of the tip, so that we can start pieing and get this thing out of the bumper. And then I also, when I cut the tip off, I cut it flat so that we can use this actually as the end tip of the exhaust, and it'll still say vibrate, and you'll know what's on here. So I think that's pretty cool, using all the resources that I can and every little piece that I can from the old exhaust. So I'm digging it. I'm gonna get this thing up. I'm gonna get the hanger tacked, pull it down, weld it, put it up for final, and then start looking at these pies and see how much piping I need exactly for the rest of the tip, honestly. I can't wait to start it. I can't wait to show y'all. All right, so hangers are on. This is still pretty warm, so I'm letting it cool off. Took some of the paint off on the tip, like I said earlier. And this is ready to fucking go, dog. It's ready to fucking go. I'm excited. I put it up. Check out the pies that I put or made and see what they look like, and see how much more piping I need to get it out of the bumper. I don't want it to stick out really far, but I want it to stick out far enough that you can see the vibrant tip that I'm trying to keep on there. So it may stick out 5-6 inches from the underneath part of the bottom. So like right where the cutout is, right here, it might stick out to like here, to just like right here, to make it, you know, you see the vibrant tip. But we'll experiment with that. We might something. We might make it long, we might make it short, I'm not sure yet. So I'm gonna get this muffler up, I'm gonna get it hung, and I'm gonna mock up our pie cuts and see what it's looking like. And we are so close to starting this thing, dude. Alright guys, so I'll have to come back tomorrow and finish it, but I got the pies basically welded on. It didn't weld very well, it kept burning through. I mean, it could be my issue, but all I need is about 9 inches. That's what she said. And it'll extend, and then I can put the tip on it, and it'll be in this area. And then we can get a cold start tomorrow after it's finished. It's supposed to be rainy, but in the evening it's supposed to be kind of dry, so we'll go out and get some comparison video of the exhaust sound, some revs, cold start. I'm pretty stoked. I'm pretty sure you guys will be too. The change is massive, and I can't wait to hear if there's any drone, because that's the main reason why we're changing this up, is the drone was just obnoxious, and it seriously was. So can't wait to see if that's fixed. So I'm gonna come back tomorrow after I can find some 3-inch piping, extend that tip, and we're done. Go over everything, make sure everything's tight, and we're done. All right guys, we're back. I picked up a foot of aluminized piping, aluminized steel, from Red Rose or Red Run exhaust. So that's literally all we got to do. Get that tip cut, put the vibrant tip onto that pipe, and then find out where exactly, how far out we want to stick it. So I'm gonna crank this out real quick, and then I'm going to run to Advanced and get some VHT like exhaust paint, because all this being different color, I'd rather have it all one color. So I'm gonna put the exhaust black paint on here so it's all the same, and then hang it up, and then we can do a cold start and test drive, and yeah. So I'm gonna knock this out real quick, show you guys the finished product, and then we will go and get some good. All right guys, so I got the tip welded onto this pipe, and I got this pipe welded onto our pies. It's so odd that this stuff, so this is stainless, this is stainless, this is aluminized steel, and then I believe this is stainless, which is what this is. This welded like shit, kept burning through. This obviously looks like shit. Look how good these welds are. Like, I don't understand how these will steel to aluminized steel. Obviously I sanded off all of the, or tried to get off all of the aluminization stuff, but like these welds look so much better. My welds could look like that 1000% of the time, I'd be happy. But it is done. It doesn't stick out as far as I wanted it to. I was thinking about having it like stick out to like here, but it's like right inside here. It is gonna blow out of the bumper though. I don't think anything is gonna get like caught up inside here or anything, but it ends like right here. So you'll see the tip from the side and from the rear, but you're not gonna see it from like the driver's side over there. So it doesn't stick out really far, but it's like right in here. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some VHT. I'm gonna paint this up. I'm gonna let it dry throw it on the car, and then we can get some sound clips and listen to how much better this thing sounds. I'm telling you, man, Vibrant is the GOAT. All right, cool. So I got it mounted. This is about where it sits, the tip. It's not very deep, it's not very shallow. I would have liked it to stick out just a little bit more, but it's perfect. It's centered, it's exactly where I wanted it. I got it colored, well painted with the VHT. You can see our resonator. We have, I would say probably about 3.5 inches, maybe 3 inches at the lowest point. So we have ground clearance. It's a Miata. So I'm gonna get you guys a cold start, and we can hear the difference between the previous exhaust and this one. If you don't already notice the difference, you're crazy. It is so much quieter. So quiet, in fact, you can hear the valve tap. And that's only when it's cold. Once it warms up, that goes away. So, man, this is a huge change. This thing sounds totally different. Now, don't mind the valve tap. It's a fucking Miata. What can you say? Man, this head is already starting to color really nicely. Thing just looks so good. Now we just gotta get this big hunky junky thingy the fuck out of here, and we'll be golden. I'm gonna wait for it to warm up some, and then I'll give it a few revs for you guys. Big difference. Let's go get some driving clips. Now, the only issue currently that is up with the exhaust is the motor mounts are very, very stock, very soft. And right at 2,000 RPM, it just creates the right vibration that the header touches some part of the car. And under D-cell and XL at 2,000, and then I think when you floor it, it touches as well because the motor mounts are just that soft. So Ian's gonna pick up some 75A urethane mounts, and we're gonna have to get those in here. Hopefully that clears it up. Taking the header out is not something I want to do, although it is very easy now because I know how to do it. But we might have to clearance something if the motor mounts don't fix it. When I get back to the shop, I'm gonna look and make sure, because I'm gonna be able to see where it was touching, where it's rattling. So that's the only issue. I'm gonna try and catch that for you guys now. It's right at 2,000. Oh, I didn't do it. Right there. That Excel portion. You can hear it. So yeah, that's the only issue. So far, so good, but that's the only issue. And the exhaust sounds fucking amazing. I can't wait to hear it from the outside. driving it back home, we just lost the clutch pedal. So drove it about 3/4 of a mile to a mile with no clutch. So I'm gonna get in the shop. So yeah, we lost the clutch pedal at the end of that. I did pull it in, I put fluid in it, and I just pumped the shit out of it. And it came back enough for me to try and get it back on our fucking nifty ass setup we have to get it on to get it in the air. So I am going to put it in the air. That'll probably be the end of this. For this one though, I am going to put it in the air. I might pull the header and I'll try and show you guys where it's touching. But I'm trying to massage that a little bit. I might pull the header, I might not. But if I can move it enough just to get like a mallet in there or something, just smoothing it out so it doesn't touch, because it's just touching a very little bit. I also have to do the rear brakes. Ian just picked up motor mounts that are coming for this 75A urethane. So it should be good there, but this thing sounds so much better. The drone it's about 25% of what it used to be, and the camera doesn't really pick up drone, so I mean, unless you're listening to a sound system with bass, I don't think you're gonna hear it. But it definitely sounds way better than it used to. It sounds crisp, it sounds clean. You guys seen from the video, it sounds a lot different. This header, this manifold gave this thing a smoother tone. So instead of the 4-to-1, this is a 4-to-2-to-1, which would be better for like mid-range torque and power. The car feels quicker. It feels quicker than it did with that manifold. Obviously, that's smaller and a smaller diameter piping, because this goes down to a 2.5. It feels quicker. It feels better throughout the whole rev range up to 6,500, because above it really doesn't do much up there. But above the whole rev range up to 6,500, it feels more stout. Like I felt like I was in a quick car. Going from the inside, any car is a quick car, but this thing felt really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. This thing sounds miles better than it used to, and I know Ian's gonna be excited for it. I haven't sent him any clips yet, so he'll see it when he shows up to pick up the car. So hope to catch you on the next one, guys. Stay tuned. Deuces.